In our world today, consumerism has become a major theme in our lives, especially in the US. Yet the problem with this lies in the fact that our constant cycle of buying things means that we are constantly replacing stuff we have. The average American alone throws away over 4 pounds of trash per day. Yet consumerism contributes to the problem of global climate change as extraction of materials causes the release of CO2 into the air. Production of raw goods alone contributes to 22% of our greenhouse gas emissions. And that doesn't include the basics we need like our food. So how does this relate to architecture? While buildings make up 39% of our CO2 release, Americans spend 90% of their time indoors, and as this new trend rises, we have compensated for it by building larger houses to store all of our stuff. Since 1950, houses have risen from 983 square feet to over 2,000 square feet in 2004. And bigger houses means more materials extracted from the earth. Yet the extraction process and transportation of materials cause more CO2 to be released into the air. What can we do about it? We don't have to constantly use new materials for each structure that we build. We can create our homes from recycled trash and salvage from buildings deconstruction. And with a tiny house movement sweeping across the internet and the country, we can focus on building small, more eco-friendly houses that have a smaller carbon footprint on the environment. In the Mississippi Historic District, the Portland Garden cottages created by Jeffrey Gardner and Brad Bloom have become a popular yet aesthetic eco-friendly home. At only $1,000 per month, these 364 square feet, affordable houses are smaller than 1950 average, meaning less materials are required for construction. These tiny homes use brick from old chimneys down the street, so there is a low environmental cost because materials are locally sourced. Brick is a very valuable material for a sustainable foundation because it withstands strong winds and blocks out uncomfortable temperatures. The Oregonian News comments that the ultimate green factor in these houses is a wealth of salvaged materials and found objects that we use in such imaginative ways. An example of this is the cedar shakes and weather wood covered in teak oil. Typically, materials like this would end up in landfills with other trash. However, these houses make use of that by converting it into a house siding. Even the window boxes of the house came from old kitchen vent hoods from the local rebuilding center. The porch swings are converted Dairy Queen benches, and the wall scones come from terracotta roof tiles. Local bakeries contributed their white flour sacks to the project, which now serve as a kitchen wallpaper, and the interior walls are also created from Trader Joe bags. One of the owners, Jeff Ganter, commented that each future actually tells a story. The tin can sliding came from the flattened tomato sauce, and tin cans took weeks to gather from a local dumpster and now take on the appearance of leather as they rust. With the cans being made from metal, the exterior contributes many beneficial factors such as producing electricity, thermal comfort, and corrosion resistance. These cottages also rely on natural cooling for ventilation, and through the use of certain materials like brick and tin cans, the building is also insulated to stay warm. The cottages additionally respond to future water shortages by gathering rainwater and connecting the toilet and kitchen sink for water reuse. Within one of these little cottages lives the Lawler family of two, Phoenix, who is a mother, and Christopher, who is a 24-year-old son. Previously, this family was living in Maryland in a massive 3,500 square foot home with 4 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, and a huge kitchen. Now they are living in a 364 square foot home that's 10 times smaller with 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, and a smaller kitchen that is able to meet their needs. While the dream is to have a huge luxury kitchen, Phoenix mentions, I like periodically have anxiety attacks, but everything that had to be done, you had to run huge distances in the kitchen. Overall, she seems happier with having a kitchen that has just the amount of space for her to be able to cook in for the community. Phoenix also enjoys doing yoga outside, and at night she uses the kitchen space to do yoga. On the daily, Christopher spends his leisure time in the attic area, which he turns into an art studio for himself. Christopher mentions, I generally like small spaces to work. I don't work that large of a scale, so it doesn't quite fit in a larger room. While the attic provides a pleasure amount of room, he mentions in the video how nice it would be if there was enough room for him to be able to stand up in the attic. The small space breaks the modern-day standards of home living, but it works towards changing our views about using space and resources more efficiently for future greener living. Overall, Christopher and Phoenix enjoy minimizing their belongings to live a simple lifestyle in the Portland Garden Cottages. The house provides everything anyone could ever need in a home. If everyone learned to function in a smaller unit to their full capacity and built homes with recycled materials, then it would be possible to start heading in the right direction towards living a sustainable life to contribute to the environment.